Hello, everybody. Always dizzy here. I am tired. Okay, I am exhausted. I've been working for about close to 15 hours straight. Um, and I've just, work has been insane lately. Why am I saying this? Well, man, there's a lot of reflection in my glasses. Where should I look? It's annoying. Hey, I can't really do much about it. I've got two big monitors and then the reflection. Anyways, why am I talking about being tired? Well, you can see my dog's blanket in the background. That's okay. Basically, I need a break. Now, yeah. So what I did was I've actually registered to two different over the board tournaments. Shouldn't be a surprise because that's probably the title of this video. Yeah, sitting here is good. Less reflection on my glasses there. And I just thought I would treat myself because I've been working so hard, and like I didn't even get a chance to play chess today because I've been working 15 hours straight, as mentioned. I basically just have time to make this video, and then I'm probably going to bed. It kind of sucks. I don't get my chess in. But yeah, getting off track here, my mind is mush. I thought I would treat myself to a couple of tournaments because I've been working so hard. And this video is just going to talk about the two tournaments that I've scheduled. Now, as a reminder, my last tournament was in Easter, back in April. And it was one of my best tournaments ever. And I was actually on board one. And if I had won the game, I would have won clear first out of a field of, I think it was over 100 players in my section. But I ended up losing. It was a close game, but I ended up losing in time trouble. And yeah, I didn't win. That player is now like 1800 something now. So obviously underrated. Okay, sorry for being like so scatterbrained, but I'm just exhausted. So the first tournament that I registered to is in September 3rd to the 5th. It's the Langley Open. And I'll show you where that is. I haven't played in this one before, and I actually haven't been to this. Technically, it's a township, but I actually haven't even been there before, the little city. So I live over here on the island. This is Vancouver. For Americans, for context, this is Seattle down here. And normally my tournaments are in Victoria or in Richmond. But this one is over, yeah, and sometimes there's tournaments in New Westminster. But this one is over in Langley, which is not too far from the US border. It's almost walkable, actually. And well, yeah, so the tournament is a little bit south from the city center. And it's probably about a 45-minute walk to the US border if I lose a game and I want to make a run for it or something. I'll get back to this in a second. But let's take a look at the details of the tournament. Yeah, so the tournament is from the 3rd to the 5th. I'm actually going to go there a day early because the first round is at 10 a.m. And by the time if I take the ferries, I'll have to get up at 3:30 a.m. To get up and shower and everything, and then catch the ferry because the first ferry is at 6:30 or 6:15 a.m. So I'll have to get up at maybe 4 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. And then I'll just be exhausted, right? Because it's 2 rounds on the first day, and I'm too old for that. I'll be too exhausted. So I considered going the same day of, but it's also I might miss a ferry. Ferries are often late, so I'm going a day early. And yeah, so as I mentioned, I haven't been to this tournament before. it's not really super. It's not as nice as the other tournaments from what I gather. Um, but I thought I would try it out. It's a 6 round tournament, and the interesting thing is it's one section. It's an open with one section, which is a bit unusual. I've done that before. I've played in maybe 2 or 3 of those type of things before. They're not really my favorite thing, because you get such a large spread of ratings, which has pros and cons. But personally, I usually don't really prefer that. Um, it looks like there's one prize in the under 1700 section, but it's kind of a crapshoot in an open. You can't really, yeah, it's a bit of a crapshoot to win that. And it's still early. It's still three to 3.5 weeks away. So there will be a lot more people registering. But as of now, there's 32 registered. And because of my rating, there's a good chance I will play. I will either, in the first round with the Swiss system, I'm either going to play like a 700 or one of the top seeds. Yeah, well, right now I think one will play 16. I think. So that means I might play 700. But again, more people will register. So I'm either going to play like a 700 or 800 or a 2300 or 2100. I've actually played these two kids before. He beat me in a... I actually played quite well that game, but he played better. And I played this kid twice, and I'm actually undefeated against him. But he's young, and I'm sure he can destroy me now. But I did play him about a year ago, and I won. But that was an online tournament. But I did play him over the board once, and that was a draw. But that was like 3 years ago, and he's much stronger now. This guy is quite strong. I looked him up. He's got a lot of famous games against famous players. He's played Kevin Spraggett. Kevin Spraggett was a very strong Canadian GM. He was actually in the candidates back in like the 80s, I believe. He has a game, and then he's also played a lot of strong Canadian players. He also played Bellon. I forget Bellon's full name. Is it Bellon Lopez? I forget, but Pia Cramling's husband. He's got a lot of famous games. This guy, and so there's with the way that the ratings are. If I do well, there's room for me to increase my rating a good amount, and if I do poorly, well, of course I can lose. But there's actually decent chances for me to gain rating. What else to say? Oh yeah, just getting back to here. So it's going to be a 2-hour ferry ride and then about a 45-minute drive. I'm carpooling with another player. So a 45-minute drive from the ferry terminal here to Langley. And then unfortunately, like, the location is not really good. And all of the hotels, every single hotel is in the city center. And the tournament is here. And so since I won't have a car, I'm not bringing my car, it's a 1-hour walk from the hotel to the tournament center. So there are buses, and I considered doing it, but it's a 20-minute bus ride. And I thought, yeah, do I really want to keep doing that? And then in between rounds, right? Like sometimes you don't really have time. You don't have too much time after your first round. So I didn't really want to take a 20-minute bus. Plus there's walking involved too. So it's probably at least half an hour to get back and forth. So I booked an Airbnb, which is it said a 10-minute walk, but I walk quite quickly. It's probably more like 6 or 7 minutes for me. Just like a block or two away. And it's close to some food. There's like a little plaza type thing over here. and I decided to splurge. I was on the fence, but there were two rooms in this Airbnb. There was a decent, like a small room for $100 a day or a night. But it seemed pretty small. There's no TV, and it's a shared bathroom with like 4 or 5 other rooms, like one. And I didn't really want to do that. I don't really want to share a bathroom with, like, I don't know. It could be like 5 to 8 other people. I don't really want to do that. So I the next room up was a big step up. It's a very nice room. There was no like medium level room. There was like a small room and then a big room. I decided to splurge because I've been working so hard, and this is the room I got. So it's pretty nice. It's about $200 a night, and I'm going there for 3 nights. So it's about $550 Canadian. I don't know what that is American. Probably be about 400-ish, around 400 American. But yeah, so it's like a king size bed, and it's kind of like a nice room. This is all the unit. It's like a whole suite and a private bathroom, which I like. And there's TV and like a little living room area. The host said there is a desk somewhere. I think it's hidden somewhere, but she said there is a desk. There's not a kitchen, I don't think. There's not a kitchen, but I'll make do. I think there might be a desk maybe in the bedroom here, tucked away there. And then it's got like a huge bathroom. And a nice backyard. I'll be going there in September though, so it might be raining. I probably won't go in the backyard really. But yeah, I splurged for that. So yeah, that tournament I'm leaving on September 2nd. And it's current as I make this video, it's the 11th. So about, just over 3 weeks, I'll be going to that. Now, the second tournament is a month, or it's about 5.5 weeks after this one in October. And I've been to this tournament 2 or 3 times before, but they've changed locations. So this one it used to be in Victoria, BC, but they've moved it, I think, just because costs are getting so prohibitive in the city here. And they've moved it up north to Sydney, which I don't think I've been to before. So that'll be interesting. This one I'm going to drive to because it is on the island, and I'm taking my dog, Zipper. So Zipper's coming. And it's kind of funny. It's right across the airport. Like, it's literally, you can see the airport from the thing. The runway is here, and then the actual venue is right here. If I zoom in, the Mary Winspear Center right here. And this is the end of the runway. You can see it on Google Street View. So it's not normally the tournaments here are in hotels, but this one's in like a recreation center. The hotel that they set up for the tournament is right across the street, but unfortunately they're all out of dog-friendly rooms. So I inquired at a few places. The Best Western, it was also sold out of dog-friendly rooms. So I found a dog-friendly hotel down here, right on the waterfront. I'd rather be closer to the tournament, but this was all I could get for a dog. But it's not bad. I think it's a 10-minute walk. So it is in October, so there's a good chance it'll be raining, but I don't mind walking, especially at chess tournaments because I'm sitting all day. So that'll be okay. Yeah, and it's right on the waterfront, right in front of a glass beach. I'll just do the Google Street View. Wait, is this the right one? Is this the right one? I think this is. Yeah, it's this one here. It's it's a decent hotel, I think. Not fantastic. Um, yeah, there's the beach right there. Yeah, so it's right. So it's a picturesque little town. Um, yeah, and as I say, just a 10-minute walk, and there's tons of restaurants here. I've already planned out the ones I'm going to go to. I think a couple of Thai ones, and I'll try out the diner, and then there's also a Japanese place, which I'll probably go to. Oh, and I think there was a Mexican place too. So that tournament is the Jack Taylor. It actually has a pretty good prize fund considering the size of it. And whoops. And the way they did the prize fund, it's kind of strange because they gave the under 1600 kind of a nice prize fund. So I entered the under 1600 section, and first place is $500. So that will help pay for my expenses. I'll probably still lose money, even if I get first place, but it won't be too bad. Like it'll be close to net break even. Now the downside to this tournament is it's a 5-rounder, which I don't like. 6 rounds. Once you play 6 rounds, you never want to go back to 5. 5 has a lot more of a luck factor, and if you have a bad tournament, you can't really come back from it. This is the registration so far. It's still 2 months away, so there will be a lot more people. I'm guessing, well, it's hard to say. This one is not one of the bigger tournaments around here, but I'm sure there'll be about maybe 90. So I'm currently the 2nd seed. So I have decent chances of finishing well, but at the same time, there's so many underrated players. I've played a lot of these players before. Actually, that's not true. I haven't played. I played him before and I beat him, but that was like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I played him twice and I lost. One was online though, and I haven't played the others. But there's a few of these guys that have been doing very well. So there is potential for me to lose a fair bit of rating in this tournament just because I am the second top seed, and there's a lot of strong underrated adults in this tournament. Yeah, not as many kids. On the mainland, there's way more kids. On the island, not as many kids. I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about. But yeah, back to over the board play. Of course, I will do my recaps as I've done with most of my recent past tournaments. So every round I will do a post-tournament round recap, which I think are pretty good videos to watch. And of course, I always try to include some other videos from the tournaments as well. So we have those to look forward to. Okay, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So 2 tournaments coming up. September 2nd and October 14th and October 14th. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.